All right, hello. Oof, that was weird. Had some technical difficulties, so if you were watching or trying to watch, sorry about that. All right, I'm going to jump right into it. First off, just a reminder that issue 2 of Patchwork Girl of Oz is out in comic shops and on Comixology right now. It looks just like this, except for it's got a number 2 and a little price thing right there. But it looks just like this, so check it out. And issue 3, which looks kind of like this, will be on sale, I think it's March 26th. Is that right? I think so, March 26th. Just sent it to the printer, so it'll be out soon. All right, that said, I'm going to pick up right where I left off yesterday. And I'm watching the chat on Instagram, YouTube, and Rumble. So please feel free to chat with me and let me know how weird it was that I had those technical difficulties and how annoying that is. Yeah, I'm going to start right where it was and get to penciling. Chairs. Penciling this. So, call that pencils 1. And, let me just show you something real quick. So I'm penciling a sequence where 3 main characters, Patchwork Girl, Ojo, and Glasscat are coming down a mountain. I did some work on this yesterday. This is the very next page that I'm working on today, and the page for that is this big splash page of a waterfall, which is appropriate. And today I am gonna start working on this. So. Just gonna do another pass on these characters here, get them ready for real inking. I always get a little, not just a little, getting really annoyed by technical glitches on like software that you pay for streaming and stuff like that, because it, that's not what I do. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a streamer. I'm somebody who streams once in a while. And, I figure if you pay for some Pro Tools, it'll make it simpler. So when they don't work, it's really frustrating because I feel like you're wasting my time and my money. Hello again, Sir George on Instagram. Let's see. Sir George is saying, I meant to ask yesterday that the software is that you open these comics, you illustrate. I'm sorry, it seems like they're multi-page, sort of like a PDF or on InDesign. I don't know what you mean. I'm so sorry. I do all my comic work in Procreate. As you can see, this is Procreate. I don't work on a desktop app except for finalizing files and things like that, or just my streaming software works on my Mac, but otherwise, nope, they're not PDFs. You can't do this kind of work in a PDF. So unless you can kind of find a way to ask the question in a way that helps me understand it better, I don't know if I can help you. I apologize. If anybody else in the Instagram chat thinks they might know what Sir George means, please feel free to help both of us out, because I'm kind of having a communication issue, and I don't. I'd much rather understand and help than appear like I'm not answering a question. Yeah, it's okay. So Sir George says, "Don't worry, I get it now. I've only heard of Procreate, just haven't seen Procreate in action before." Yeah, it's an iPad only app. Designed to be used, with gestures and things like that. It's not a full-featured program like Photoshop. Designed from the ground up, just for the app. Actually, it's not available on any other tablets. And it's what I call home. I love working in Procreate. And I don't use that word facetiously. I really think of it as like my home. When I open it up, it's like, I'm home. This is where I want to be. And I do everything. Boy, that arm is way too long. I do everything for my comics in Procreate, including lettering, much to the frustration, I think, of some of the print production folks at Image. But it's what I like working in. I haven't really had any problems with Image's print production people questioning my choice of lettering tools in a while now, and the printing so far on Patchwork Girl has looked wonderful. I don't know if they've switched printers or what, but some of the printing on Oddly Normal, my other Image comic series, was not ideal. I'll just leave it at that. It didn't really look the way I wanted to. And what's weird is it was mostly from the when I was working still working in Photoshop. But though since I switched to Procreate, actually, it's looked really great. I had no issues with colors. Colors printing right, and Patchwork Girl so far is like just amazing. It looks great. No issues whatsoever. The colors are reproduced perfectly. It's not too dark, which has been an issue in the past. And actually, when I made a convention banner featuring Patchwork Girl stuff, that's the first time I ever saw any of the artwork from it in print. And right from the get-go, I'm like, this looks pretty good in print. So it actually, I think, kind of had a little to do with me deciding to even pitch it to a publisher, because I'm like, God, this is kind of good. And I don't ever say that about my own work, but I was like, I'd look at that banner and I'd be like, I'm kind of proud of this. I had to sort of admit to a comic shop that I've appeared at a few times recently that one of the reasons I didn't answer their query to promote the latest Oddly Normal books, because I was going through some really weird stuff with my health, and I frankly wasn't happy with the way the book turned out, because I did part of it while I was going blind from the brain tumor that was ultimately taken out. But ever since I got my eyesight back and started working on Patchwork Girl, I've been pretty happy with the way the comic looks. So it's really nice to want to promote the work you've done. It's a terrible feeling to sort of want to shy away from it. Anyway, Sir George, thank you for the questions and thanks for putting up with me not understanding. It wasn't. I promise you, it wasn't like out of malice or anything. I didn't quite understand what you were asking. There might be a language thing going on too. Who knows? But yeah, I love Procreate. So much so I think some people probably get a little sick of me talking about it. Good evening to you, Arts Collector. Must be late where you are. It's 2:20 p.m. in the afternoon for me, but I'll go with your evening declaration. I also want to say, if anybody asks me a question in chat and I don't understand, what you're asking, please don't take that as me trying to be, malicious or anything. I just want I just want clarity. I'm big on clarity. Clarity solves so many problems, and it's so lacking in our modern world. There's like so many things are designed to not be clear for the purposes of tricking people or committing fraud. Really having a good time working on this comic at this point because I'm sort of getting into a groove where I know the shapes for the characters. I know how I want it to look, and it's starting to work out. Sir George says, no offense taken, Technobabble can be a bit less clear online instead of face-to-face. Absolutely true. Pretty much everything can be less clear when it's online. I don't know why I did that. I like how this hand is. Pleasure to chat with you too, Sir George. Thanks so much. I appreciate you following up and remaining patient with my lack of understanding there. At this point, I'm kind of moving really fast to try to get shapes down. I can ink them a little more carefully. Turn off a layer here. There we go. Something's wrong with the shape here. I try to keep my characters pretty on model. Because I tend to think of my comics as like, I've said this before, I know, but like comic book adaptations of already existing animated movies or TV shows, and so that's one of the reasons I like Jeff Smith's Bone is a big influence on this comic for sure, and in general for me. You know, he started out in animation, and you can really feel the influence on the comics. Did I do that right? Because it basically feels like storyboards for an animated movie, the Bone comics. I have a feeling that's one reason why it hasn't been made into an animated TV show or movie yet. I know there's been some attempts and frustrations, but I would imagine Jeff Smith has very high standards for who's going to take his comic that has been so influenced by animation and turn it into animation. might be a shorter show today because I started a little bit late due to technical difficulties. I think I have her looking back at him like that here. Give her a bigger stride. This is why I like working digitally. Let's try this again. Follow the. There we go. I know I've said it before, but I always, when I'm drawing the patchwork girl, I draw everything about her, and the last thing I add is the patchwork. She doesn't quite look like herself until it's added, but that's the best way to do it, so that I can work the patches around the drawing. Sometimes you gotta reference yourself. I gotta reference myself here. Remember how I drew these Osbirds. Gave him big floating eyebrows. Maybe I should have the bird looking in the right direction. There. I think I want to change this. No, I don't like that. Let's get the feet taken care of first. Maybe I do like that. I'm gonna look at this. Always trust your layouts, because your first instinct is usually right. He says as he changes it a little bit. There we go. All right, what time is it? 2:39. I knew there was something wrong. Boy, I keep forgetting my own on model. It's like, why does he not look right? Because a character, if he can just look wrong with the smallest detail change. There. The hair goes up. It's like, why does he not look right? There we go. Alright. Now comes, I'm going to get rid of these temporary panels. Wait, why are they still there? Oh, that's the trim lines. There we go. So many stairs. Jeez. So breaking these up. What am I doing? There we go. Had to find the right layer. Okay. Layer management, man, it can be a pain sometimes. Oh shoot, I just realized what I did wrong here. Gonna have the wall coming this way. Come on. There we go. There, that works. A lot of that covered up by, yeah. I mean, that's funny. I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's figure out what I'm doing. There we go. Works. My goal with the pencils is just get them to a state where I know I can ink them without having to think too much. What time is it? 2:51. So close to getting this thing put to bed. I'm just trying to fill in stuff quickly. That's weird. Oh, I forgot that I drew on the wrong panel yesterday, and I forgot to clean that up. Or the wrong layer, I should say. Let's get that taken care of. the brick road. I just try to get it to a level where I can sort of fill in the cracks. Ooh, looks like I had something else in mind there. I have to change this over here. Kind of like that better anyway. Sort of just indicating a canopy here. Same with over here. There's the waterfall. Going really fast now. Trying to get a... Yeah, I think that's where... Oops. Yeah. I always letter my page at the layout stage. Just want to make sure that things look okay. Where the lettering is. Check the trim. This is the trim safe area here. There we go. Looks good. All right, another page pencil. One less thing to do. Although, I'm just noticing something. The height of the Patchwork Girl is a little off in this panel, so I'm probably just going to enlarge her. She's a little too short. I'll fix that later. That can be easily fixed later. All right, let's get rid of this. Thanks for watching today. Sorry that there's a technical glitch. Just a reminder that issue 2 of Patchwork Girl of Oz is out in stores now. Issue 3 is coming out March 26th, I think. This one came out the 19th of this month. They come out about, a month and a half between issues. So Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Please like, subscribe, follow all that good stuff on Instagram, X, Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook, the 5 places I stream to. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.